Well, this week, Missourians voted to raise the minimum wage and give employees paid sick leave. Some business groups claim this will lead to economic disaster. First Alert 4's Missouri Capitol reporter Hannah Falcon breaks down the legal challenges this new law could face.
Business owners and workers from all over the state have spoken.
People who are working in minimum wage positions probably don't feel valued.
So it'd be a huge benefit for everyone who works in these lower wage industries and the food service industries.
With 57% of the vote, Proposition A passed this election day, promising Missourians a higher minimum wage and paid sick leave. But some are still skeptical of these promises.
The minimum wage increases will increase costs for everyone. They will be reflected in price inflation across the state, very similar to what we saw the last time we increased minimum wage in Missouri.
Ray McCarty tells me Associated Industries of Missouri, along with several other Missouri business organizations, are exploring legal options against Prop A.
We think they were probably well-intentioned, trying to make sure that employers recognize and provide the paid sick leave that they're supposed to provide under the proposal. But we do believe there are some major problems for this.
Since Prop A deals with minimum wage and paid sick leave, McCarty believes it might violate the single subject rule, which says Missouri laws should only cover one topic. If this lawsuit gets picked up, it would be taken up in the Missouri Supreme Court. Another option is changing pieces of the law through the state's legislative branch. Lawmakers return to Jefferson City in January.
I think interest groups would be much better served by preparing businesses to comply with the new law rather than waste their members' dues money on stunts like this.
Richard Von Glan led the charge for Proposition A. He says he's ready to fight any legal challenges.
This is a flagrantly anti-democratic move by interest groups who are asking courts to overturn the will of Missouri voters after those very interest groups failed to raise any legal concerns at any other point before voters weighed in and overwhelmingly voted yes.
Under Proposition A, the first part of the minimum wage increase kicks in January 1st, making it $13.75. The part that gives employees 1 hour of paid sick leave for every 30 hours worked starts in May. McCarty is waiting until the election results are official before filing a lawsuit that could be no later than December 5th. Reporting in Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon, First Alert 4.